I'll begin by gathering all of the null-based objects into a group for toggling selectability. I'll set the filter to null and quickly just highlight those 20 objects. I'll put them into a group. We'll call it the unselect group. Or in this sense, we could even just take these objects and put them in an unselectables group. That might make the most sense, rather than just building unnecessary groups. We could keep these objects around just for, in a group, just for selecting, of course. So I'll move it into the model just for quick selection. Now I'm left with the actual curves. I can also put the bicep and forearm bones into that same unselectable group. They no longer really factor into the equation here. So I'll right click and add those to my selectables group, and now I'm left with the meat and potatoes of what I need to create this rig. So the traditional way of doing this has simply been to use expressions to drive the rotation. And for this purpose, for the purposes of this character, that's what we're going to do. Of course, we'll explore a method using ice to drive a deformation system as well, which is really quite easy. I'm going to begin by opening up a kinematics page, Control K, and setting it to recycle similar. I'm going to be working with each of these bones progressively down the chain and linking them to the rotation of this bone. Control K to open up another kinematics property page. Actually, I'll lock this one down and I'll actually start with a brand new one here. There we go. I'll set this to recycle. Okay, so let's just arrange these pages so it kind of makes sense. So on the right side we have my twist object, and on the left side we have the object that refers to the boxes, these boxes here. So I want the rotation in X of the controller to drive the rotation of the boxes. So I'll actually just use Control, drag and drop X attribute onto X attribute. And I'm going to create a whole bunch of equal relationships. You can see the expressions that are written here basically relate the ulnar radii bones x-axis to the twist object's x-axis. And right now they're 1 to 1. So if I drag the rotation column on the controls kinematics page, we have a 1-to-1 relationship driving that same parameter on the boxes. So I'll keep on moving up the arm, just Control, drag and dropping to set up all of these expressions. Before I determine how I'm going to distribute those values to those objects. So now when I select one of these objects, they have their expressions automatically set up, and I can quickly just multiply those values or divide them to taper the effect.